The first segment of the Hot 7 Nightly News is brought to you by Flow.
In the headlines, the Ministry of Health clarifies delays in reporting COVID-19 deaths. St. Lucians are urged to get vaccinated as the Health Ministry steps up its fight against COVID-19. And multiple cases of new COVID variants being detected throughout the Caribbean.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It's Wednesday, the 8th of September 2021. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News. I am Marlon Clovis. Thank you for joining us. The national epidemiologist Dr. Michelle François has explained why there have been delays in reporting of COVID-19 deaths. This follows a series of complaints about delays and perceived inaccuracies in reporting COVID-19 deaths. Dr. François spoke Tuesday morning at a COVID-19 press conference held by senior ministry health officials.
In terms of mortality, for this current wave again, we have recorded 24 deaths during this period, a case fatality of 0.2%. The average age of these individuals is about 66 years, ranges from 25 to 100 years. And currently, females account for 63% of these deaths, with all of them occurring in the age above 45 years. I'd like to pause here just to explain again in terms of how we with related deaths. Earlier this year, we did explain in detail the process and why we changed our reporting deaths and why we went on to classify or reclassify the deaths for reporting purposes. We also now, because of this, we now audit the death certificates when they are written by the physicians. Now, the deaths are not always available, for example, the following day or the same day of death. There are times when a postmortem needs to be done. There are times when documents to be brought in by the family to ensure that the name of the individual is correct and for the doctors to be able to sign the death certificates and write it up. So there tends to be a delay in reporting cases that have died. For example, if a case dies today, it may not get reported the following day for the reasons that I have cited. And so a process of verification has to occur as well. So when we receive these deaths, usually from the respiratory hospital or the morgue, we also have to look into the vaccination status of these individuals. So the reporting is not immediate, and for that reason, I understand that the public is a bit wary and concerned about how the reporting is done. So I wanted to pause here just to explain as to why deaths are not reported the same day or the following is because there is a process of verification, and we need to ensure that what we are reporting is as accurate as.
St. Lucia's vaccination manager attached to the Ministry of Health, Ms. Teclesha Baptiste, has made a renewed and urgent appeal to health professionals and the general population to get vaccinated. She explains that the increased vaccination is crucial if the country is to stand a realistic chance in the fight against COVID-19.
Since the first reported case of COVID-19, we continue to see our frontline workers such as firemen, police, and healthcare workers being affected by the virus. Healthcare personnel continue to be on the front line of the nation's fight against COVID-19. By providing critical care to those who are or might be infected, they are at increased risk of infection. Therefore, frontline workers are encouraged to get vaccinated. The significant increase in reported cases over the past 2 weeks indicates active transmission of the virus in the population. To maximize protection from the virus, and particularly the Delta variant, and possible transmission to others in close contact, an appeal goes out to get vaccinated. To date, 15.6% of the population is fully vaccinated. This accounts for 28,312 persons having received both doses of the vaccine. It is important that we achieve high COVID-19 vaccination coverage sooner than later. Lives and livelihoods will be saved, hospitalizations and deaths reduced. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs appeals to persons living with underlying chronic conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, to take all necessary measures in protecting their health in addition to getting vaccinated. COVID-19 infection significantly increases the risk of complications and death. Over the past few days, we have noted fully vaccinated persons with comorbid conditions being hospitalized with severe disease and unfavorable outcomes. Both vaccines available here are safe and effective. Increased vaccination coverage is valuable to ensuring immunity of the population. In this regard, we encourage persons to access a vaccination site to get vaccinated. Our focus is on getting more people vaccinated at the soonest.
Export St. Lucia is very optimistic that the country will reap significant benefits from its participation in the upcoming World Expo to be held in Dubai from October 1st, 2021. We hear more in this Herbert Dimac report.
Expo 2020 Dubai provides the ultimate platform for networking and international exposure for over 190 participating countries. Participants have the unique opportunity to display the best their country has to offer. The showcases are being held under 3 districts: sustainability, mobility, and opportunity. St. Lucia's participation will be under the Opportunity District. Export St. Lucia, in collaboration with Invest St. Lucia, the Citizenship by Investment Program, and the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, have been working tirelessly to fully capitalize on the opportunity. Sunita Daniel is Export St. Lucia's Chief Executive Officer.
I think St. Lucia has a great product, and not only what our manufacturers do, but also the product that is St. Lucia. In terms of CIP, we have one of the stronger CIP programs in the Caribbean. In terms of our beauty and our tourism products, we have an excellent tourism product, and we're hoping that that product we will be able to expose all visitors who pass through our pavilion. They will be exposed to our tourism product, the sulfur springs, the beach, the forest. We have a huge diversity of events that they can come to. And in terms of investment, just one investment, one alone, covers the cost of the entire participation in Dubai.
St. Lucia's theme for Expo 2020 Dubai is creating new opportunities to inspire the world. Let her inspire you. Minister for Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture and Information, Honorable Dr. Ernest Hilaire, says St. Lucia's participation in the Expo is the perfect opportunity to attract new tourism markets.
We don't have many visitors from MENA, Middle East and North Africa. So it is an opportunity for us for 6 months to promote St. Lucia to a new market and to be able to attract them to come to St. Lucia for weddings, for conferences and other incentives that incentive groups will participate in, for diving. So really it is a tremendous opportunity. We've never had an opportunity like this to actually go into a new source market over such a prolonged period of time and to be able to get new business. So for us it's fantastic and we're excited about it.
In addition to tourism and investment opportunities for the island, the Expo also provides local manufacturers an opportunity to attain international recognition. Minister for Commerce, Manufacturing, Business Development, Cooperatives and Consumer Affairs, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, says the Ministry of Commerce is working to ensure the interest obtained from the Expo is translated into sustainable business.
What is important is that we are ready, that after we get the interest and we conclude orders, that we have the ability to keep these orders, to supply these orders, and to do it to the right standard. And that is why I think it is important to inform St. Lucians that within the Ministry of Commerce, we have the Bureau of Standards, and that is their role, to work with the manufacturer, large and small, to ensure that we keep international standards.
Expo 2020 Dubai is scheduled from October 1, 2021 to March 31, 2022, under the theme Connecting Minds, Creating the Future. From the Government Information Service, Herbert Dimac reporting.
You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Still to come, Export St. Lucia explains the funding of St. Lucia's Expo delegation. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre endorses closer relations between the Caribbean and Africa. And COVID variants continue to spread throughout the Caribbean.
The first segment of the Hot 7 Nightly News was brought to you by Flow.